Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. We are back with another stream for this week. Um, a lot of things have gone down. I know many people are not happy with the situation that Arsenal are at present, but one thing that we can do is turn up every day, no matter how your week is going on, and no matter how your day is going on. Um, Before we get into the football side of things, I do want to share something. Um, Life can't be as easy as it looks, at least on social media. Just recently, if you guys have seen my Twitter, you can honestly see the situation that I'm in right now. Um, I got my first ever interview. I won't name the company, obviously. There's not issues with the company, it's just few certain people who worked at the company who have faulted me. Anyway, not the point. I did get an interview. I gave about 2 rounds, and then they said that I can't continue for the final round because my resume didn't make it to their minimum requirements in terms of industrial experience. Well, as a fresh graduate who was finishes undergrad in 2018, I mean in 2022, and came for his master's in 2022 itself, and has been trying for his first job. It is pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard. But yeah, the whole point of applying for jobs is to get industry experience and then to do something else beyond that, right? But yeah, it is what it is. Imagine that getting your first final interview and then within 24 hours getting shut down because the company thinks that you don't make the minimum requirements as per resume while clearing the 2 to 3 other interviews that you had prior to the final interview. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not saying that this is going to be the case for every student out there or every person out there trying to find a job right now, but it is hard. It's definitely hard. The only thing that we can do right now is just trust in your instincts, work on your skills, and hope for the best, I guess. Yeah, again, we are here for a football stream. Let's talk football. Um, as an Arsenal fan, life has not been good, isn't it? Um, you've seen your own rivals, Man City, so-called rivals this season, drop points, and you were happy, or we were all happy. And then you had Liverpool out of nowhere performing consistently to a great extent. A lot of factors have worked in their favor. I'm not gonna lie, but one thing we can definitely be, you know, appreciative of the fact is that Arne Slot has done or it is maintained the level that Klopp has set at Liverpool, right? Yes, Klopp had sort of a drop off for like 1.5 to 2 seasons. I agree, but the fact that Arne Slot came in and made sure that Klopp's Liverpool has not fallen from grace and kind of maintained the situation that they are in. The one thing that really worked in their favor is the fact that teams like Arsenal and Man City have fallen off because of major injuries to crucial players in their team. For example, Arsenal, they've lacked Saka, they've lacked Havertz, they've lacked Odegaard for like majority part of the season. Like, I don't think Arsenal ever had their first 11 put out for more than 2 games in a row. And whenever Arsenal put out their favored playing 11 in 2 games or in like, whatever phases in their game, they've always done really well. They've been playing fluid football. They've been like, fantastic football. Like a great example of that was even you could say probably the PSG game. I know PSG game we didn't have Odegaard, but you can see the fluid football that Arsenal are capable of. But what happens when you do not have the major players or the majority of the players who contribute to the system available for you, your team will lack, and that's what exactly happened. Teams like Man City, I think you could say fatigue has played a major role in their confidence or in their motivation to go ahead and win another title for the fifth time in a row. I'm not gonna lie. Also for the fact that they had key injuries to majority of the defense. Right, starting of the season, you had Rico was injured. Then you had Ainsley. I'll just come back to your point. I just say I saw your tweet. I just saw your comment. I'll just like I come to the point. For Man City, you had like major issues in their defense, and one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world last season, Rodri was injured as well. So things have also not been that great on Man City end, and all of those factors have come in with the fact that Liverpool have not had any major injury. I agree that they didn't have a CDM to play or a traditional CDM per se for them to like play out, but the fact that they didn't have any injuries at the same time, a lot of things have fallen in place. Like when they're playing these other teams, majority of the opening teams, key players have been injured as well. So that could have been a factor as well. But you know what? We will discuss things and how things are as of right now. We'll discuss what exactly happened and why Liverpool won this season and all that in the coming streams. For now, we'll just take this thing. Ainsley states controversial opinion. La Liga is more competitive league this season, man. Hmm. You know what? I would like to make a comment on this, but if I look at the top four rings, I guess you guys are very, very competitive, but because the fact that Madrid, Atletico, and Barca have been fighting since day one. Like the point gap has not been like so drastic that you guys are like catching up one to another. It's more like neck to neck. If anyone slips up, you probably slipped like second or third. If you guys win, you'll probably go to first. It's been that close. Agreed about that. But have it been really competitive with the rest of the teams? I do not know. Let's just. I do not know how often you watch Premier League matches, but if you look at the Premier League situation right now, right? Um, Teams like Bournemouth, Forest have invested millions of pounds or millions of dollars into their team. Not just in like 15, but you could say nearing the 100 million just this season. And you could honestly see the kind of matches are being played out as well because when you're playing against Bournemouth, you're not guaranteed a win these days. When you're playing against Forest, you're not guaranteed at least a draw these days. When you're playing against like Crystal Palace, teams like Aston Villa, who were supposed to be Champions League teams, who were supposed to be fighting for another Champions League for a European position, have been obliterated by Crystal Palace 4-1 at home. And then you have teams like okay, yeah, I think three teams that have not invested or have tried to be sustainable are Leicester, Southampton, and Ipswich. Ipswich have been playing kind of like fancy football, build up and back and stuff like that. But you could see the stark difference between teams that have invested and not invested. And I think the first 17 teams are pretty hard to play. Maybe it could be the fact that Arsenal have not been on point as well. If you look at them playing against other teams as well, I think a lot of teams have been very, very competitive in the Premier League. I think a simple stat could be the fact that, United. I think last season United with the same points were in European contention, whereas United with the same points this season are fighting for relegation. That is your biggest example of how competitive the Premier League has become this season. La Liga, I could be completely wrong. I've not watched much. I've only kept up with the first and the top four. You can definitely educate me regarding that as the stream goes on. So feel free to like put in more comments so that I can understand where I'm making a mistake or like maybe I can understand a little bit more of La Liga. Anyways, Premier League, you know what? I'll wait for like 5 10 minutes more, hoping that some of my panelists will turn up. I did call them up, but I think they're pretty disheartened or do have actual personal stuff to like take care with their education or with their family or something like that. So we'll wait for like 5 10 minutes regarding the Premier League situation. We'll just discuss regarding what happened and the other fronts in world football. Um, Copa del Rey. I think Copa del Rey has caught many people's eyes. The Barca versus Atletico match, not the other way around. The Barca versus Atletico match. Honestly, it was incredible to watch as a neutral fan. I didn't find it boring, to be fair. The first 20 minutes, you had four goals, and the last 20 minutes, last 20, 25 minutes, you had another four goals. Total of eight-goal thriller. It was stunning. Honestly, I didn't expect Atletico to come back. I thought they would bottle it, assuming the fact that they have not been great when they, need to chase down or something like that. But when you have Atletico go up 2-0 at Barca's home initially, I was pretty taken back. But then you had Barca come up with another two goals. Then you had a bleak period of Barca trying to score, Atletico trying to score. And then you had Barca taking the lead 3-2. 4-2. I thought the game was done. I genuinely thought the game was done. I didn't think Atletico had it in them to come back. And then out of nowhere, in literally the last 20, 30 seconds of the game left, Atletico comes and scores. They scored the fourth goal and it was a draw. What will happen the second tie? I guess we'll have to wait till I think April 2nd. Very, very interesting. Ainsley, what do you think? If you're still part of this team, what do you think about the entire match? Do let me know in the comments, by the way. The other match in the Copa del Rey fixtures was the Real Sociedad versus Madrid game. I didn't get to watch this game because of certain personal issues. I thought I had enough time to watch both the Copa del Rey ties as well, but Real Sociedad versus Madrid tie. I know that Endrick scored. It was a pretty good goal, but apart from that, the major issue that I think Madrid will face going along the season is the fact that Danny Ceballos is injured. I think he's done for the season, if I'm not wrong. Um, Danny Ceballos, the name is not that prominent in the footballing world, but I think for Madrid he's been good, or at least he's been available for the team so that he can, you know, play out however Madrid wants him to play out. But the fact that he's injured right now, probably gone for the entire season, looks like he's done for the season because that's what reports have been saying. It doesn't look good. But again, it's Madrid. Anyone could do anything at any point. You can never expect the game is not done with Madrid until the final whistle is blown. Sometimes even after the final whistle is blown, you got to wait for players to go inside, and that's when you know the match is done. Right. I think a lot of Bayern fans will agree to the fact that things can go wrong and things can go your way, and suddenly once the match is all but done, war can come out and come out of nowhere and help Madrid as well. That is highly possible. I guess I don't know about Barca. Can Barca relate to that? I don't know, but I'm sure that Bayern can relate to that because that's what happened last game, at least in the Champions League. Yeah, that happened in Spain, and then if we go to Italy, Coppa Italia, what do we say? Uh, well, you do have the Milan derby set up uh, for the second time, but the fact that Juve lost to Empoli was kind of funny. First, Empoli took the lead at Juve's home. Then Juve came back with equalizers through Thuram, yeah, Thuram, and then in the penalties, guess who missed? Arsenal's target Vlahovic misses a penalty. I mean, I didn't care much, but the fact that he missed the penalty and then you have like like fans coming out to saying, "Oh, we should have had Vlahovic because he created penalties and all that during the entire winter window." That was quite funny. But yeah, it is what it is. Juve are out of Coppa Italia, and then in the semifinals, you've got Empoli versus Bologna. You have Milan versus Inter. That'll be a great match. I think the Milan derby would not I think the Milan derby would definitely get Inter through if I'm not wrong, and through Empoli versus Bologna. I think Empoli would do it. I think honestly Empoli would do it. Uh, the bottle mentality all in Blahovic. Yep, yep. I mean, it's penalties. It's penalties. You can't honestly say he has bottled it, but a certain Harry Kane is also not so great at penalties, but is a very very good player overall. So right. Would I want Vlahovic at Arsenal? Not anymore. Knowing a Juventus fan personally, he has said that Vlahovic has not developed since his move to Juventus. Yes, he did start off well at Juventus, but has not been great since then. Agree to the fact that a lot of the situation around him or the environment around him has not been great. Juve has been in a turmoil. Their environment has not been really friendly for a player to like sit and develop. Then you had, I think, the investments not. Then you had even the investments lacking in the main team as well. So I guess overall the situation at Juventus is not great. But again, if you are a top player, you are meant to be the one punching above your weight level, right? Uh, Gary Sidhu, hi brother, how are you? Welcome to the stream. What do you think about the Copa del Rey? What do you think about the Copa del Rey tie against Real Sociedad and Sabres getting injured for the season? What do you think about that? Do you think you guys can like cope up easily? Because I know that he's like a key factor for you like this season. At least the fact that he started a Champions League tie against Man City in the in the playoffs or something. I know that it's kind of important, but do you think missing him for the rest of the season would be something that could tarnish Madrid's chances to play well in the next round? Do let me know in the comments. That's the Italian side of football. I've covered Spain. Any interesting matches that we have this weekend coming up in La Liga? Let's just say. Mhm. Let's pull up La Liga. La Liga. If we pull up La Liga. Oh yeah, I think the most interesting match is the Real Betis versus Real Madrid match. The fact that Anthony's red card what do you say? Got nullified. Nullified is one. I guess nullified is the right word. Yeah. The fact that Anthony can play this weekend is kind of funny. First of all, I thought the red card was fine, but then the fact that the referees or the referee association in Spain said, you know what, it's fine, let's just call it back, and then Anthony plays against Madrid. Then the entire PR that took over Twitter, took over Instagram, took over TikTok as well. They say, oh, that's the aura of Anthony, and I'm sure Anthony will destroy Madrid. I don't know. The Barca Sociedad match is also important. True, true, true. That is also important. But the fact that the Betis match is there, I mean, why that has some kind of importance is the fact that Anthony has been in decent form, and the jokes that keep going on, right? The aura of Anthony, this Anthony, that Anthony, but yeah. I think the other good match I think that we have in La Liga right now is Atletico Madrid versus Bilbao. I think it's this weekend as well, right? I think on a Saturday, if I'm not wrong. So I think the Barca Real Sociedad, Betis Madrid, and Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Club will be an interesting match to look out in the La Liga phase of things. Um, I guess that's it from the world football side of things. Did I miss out anything? Let me just check. In the meanwhile, do let me know if I missed out something that I should be like talking about or looking into. Mm, you know what? Since it's just us people right here, do you guys watch cricket by any chance, or is just football? Ainsley and Gary, do you guys watch football, or the rest of the viewers out there? Do you guys watch cricket by any chance? If so, I guess we can talk like a few minutes regarding cricket because honestly, right now it is more interesting than watching Arsenal presently. Okay, we have a comment from Gary. He says, very sad, bro. Danny Sabel playing very well, really well this season. Important matches coming up next Champions League against Atletico. Missing Danny provides very good balance in the field. We'll miss it. True, true. I did feel this as well, but as a Madrid fan, you should be more aware of this. So that's why I just asked you for the right opinion than me just bluffing or like me assuming something out of just watching 2, 3 matches from Madrid side. I'm sure he'll be a great miss. Because at least for Arsenal, when we were in a dire situation, he was good. He was not excellent, but he was at least available for us to like choose and like create somewhat an impact. Probably our FA Cup run didn't end because of no probably our FA Cup run didn't end because of Danny Sabaya. So he definitely has that Madrid's clutch gene in him. But you know what? Best wishes for him. I hope he comes back better next season. Um, hmm. I think we covered most of it from the world football side of things. If you guys watch cricket, let me know. I could definitely talk about it because what happened with Afghanistan versus England match is really, really funny in all aspects. You could talk about the cricketing side of things. You could talk about the backroom side of things. You could talk about um, the meme side of things as well, and the kind of statements that England have put out after losing their ODI series against India in India. We could definitely talk about it, but I won't talk about it if the majority of the audience do not watch cricket at all. Let's just go to football. in England. Something I've been trying to avoid for a bit, but some things are okay. We got a comment. 1 second. Now it's time for younger player Modric. Oh God, Gary, bro, just let me know, man. For how long can Modric keep playing, keep doing it for Madrid? Right now, what he's close to 40 or a 40. Wait, let's just check this. Luka Modric, how old is he? Bro is 39. He's gonna become 40 this year. For how long can Modric still do the great things for Madrid? Only Modric can know. Because honestly, I don't think he ages. Because he's someone like, the players who have done great things at a later part of their age. Like, I know, and 27 is not that old, but I think from a footballing perspective, it is kind of old, not so bad. Hey, Bipara, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the comments. Um, I've not done this before the stream started. I'll do it now. If you guys are new here, do keep subscribing, do keep liking, and do keep sharing the content as we're trying to. So every week, bring in unbiased content to all the people out there. It could be Arsenal not doing well. I will definitely turn up. It could be Arsenal doing well. I will most likely turn up as well for that. So do keep liking, do keep subscribing, and do keep sharing our content. My go-to streaming, Aarush. It would be much more fun if you have turned up by yourself, but I guess you're busy with your college work as well, right? But at least let's just hope there are no trolls this time. Uh, I did go back to our previous stream and some of the comments were still it's still out of context, and a lot of our thoughts have also taken a hit. The majority of these shots have some bunch of stupid comments which don't make any sense, but I guess any PR is good PR at this point. Anyways, the footballing side in England. Let's get back to that. Let's not talk about Arsenal and Liverpool already. Wait, good. I was about to bring this up. Before I give my opinion about it, let's just look into the list that we have presently. Um, Wait, we have another comment. Uh, what? Where is our list? Where is our list? Damn it. Go to this. Okay. So, as per David Ornstein, we have Jason Ito. What he done in March, I'm sorry, what he done in the winter window can't really be judged because the fact that he was suddenly put in that role and then expecting the board to do something in the winter window when we have not done historically, when even in the winter window. So I do not know how to judge him, to be very fair. I know people have expected so much from him. The fact that he was the what do you say, the so-called sporting director for that few months. But then I really do not know how to judge him because Arsenal as a club have not done historically well in the winter window. Expecting Ito to do something in that window may not be right because if our club has done like really well in the winter windows previously, and then you bring him and we have not done anything, then I guess we can be like, okay, this guy is not good enough for Arsenal. But the other conversation could be like, okay, Arsenal have not done anything in the winter window so far, at least look historically. If this guy comes in and he does something in the winter, this could be a hallmark thing that okay, this guy will definitely get things done even in the winter window. That could be the other side of conversation. But what is the right way to judge? I do not know. I guess people in the comment section should let me know regarding it. The other person that we have in the list, as per David Einstein, is Dan Ashworth, the guy who was poached from Newcastle. Newcastle, right? Yeah, poached from Newcastle, was at United for about like 6 months and then was fired a few months before the winter window. What happened there, we'll definitely discuss. The other names that we have is Roberto Olabe, then you have Thiago Kuro, and then you have Andre Berta. I do know about Roberto Olabe. I do not. Let me just check regarding Thiago. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Monaco. Damn. We're actually targeting for sporting directors from Monaco instead of getting the alien strikers that we sold them. Crazy. And the Andre, but is okay. Atletico Madrid. Cool. Okay. I do have some. I do know. Okay. Okay. Let's just look at Vipra's comment. According to you, with sporting director coming to Arsenal this much, I'll come back to that. Uh, Aarush says, yeah, I'll just have to ignore and move on to the end. We'll be next week. Good luck with your college work. That is more important than the shit that you do here. From Gary, we have what's happening at Arsenal. Very sad. I feel I feel for Arteta. Yeah, feels bad for Arteta is all we can do. But I'll come back to that by the way. By the way, Enric's shot power is crazy, bro. Oh yeah. Didn't he shoot with his left foot? And then the power he generated with his left foot was kind of crazy. I think he scored like a bunch of goals with his weaker foot and with proper solid power. So he is a good talent. It's just that he needs time to develop. People have obviously taken his PR out of proportion, calling him Bobby Charlton because of the fact that he likes Bobby Charlton and shit. Yeah, it is what it is. But coming back to the important question, who will be Arsenal's next who will be the Arsenal next sporting director? From the list, we have Jason Ito. I do not know how to judge. Like I already said, do let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Dan Ashwood at Newcastle, uh, he's done all right. At United, I do know that he was misjudged or how do you say, misutilized, if I'm not wrong, because Ineos has come in and has caused absolute chaos at United. It could be regarding the budget cuts. It could be regarding the player sales. It could be regarding taking care of his own staff as well. And then the fact that, recently reports have come out saying that United have not implemented the digital side of scouting, that is looking at stats and all of that, uh, until 2021. I think till 2021, they have not implemented anything regarding the data analytics side of football. I'm not saying that it's important, but I think in this day and age, it will definitely help you break down players much more easier and can help you figure out the right player for you much more quicker. I think in the report came out saying that before United has selected Aaron Van Bissaka, they went through a list of close to 800 right backs and still made a choice regarding Aaron Van Bissaka, paying close like 60, 70 million. And now where is he? At West Ham. Is he doing well? Much better. Would he have suited at Amarim's system? Definitely. I think he would suit that five-man back system properly at United. So what happened with Dan Ashworth, I guess we'll never know. He did obviously sign that on that NDA where he can't discuss what exactly went on. Probably we'll have to wait for him to come to Arsenal and then speak about the United thing. We do not know, but I think he's all right. The one that's really interesting is Roberto Olabe. Real Sociedad sporting director. He brought in great talents into Real Sociedad like Kubo, present or Isak, or Zubimendi, or Merino. And I think he has a great relationship with Arsenal as well, with the fact that we did send out players like this one, Tierney, to them on loan. And I think if he comes to Arsenal, the pull that we get with good Spanish talent is also highly likely because if you look at the players that have been at Real Sociedad have been technically very sound, and some of them are Spanish talents, some of them are real foreign talents. And I think him being the key person there to make sure that those players end up at Real Sociedad is very important. And I think getting him to Arsenal will be a very very good thing for Arsenal as well. Um, One second. Hi, Dr. Vivek. I hope you're doing well. Um, let's just see. Arteta is the best manager in the world right now, and I'm not kidding. Last night we did dominate Forest like we were like they were in a relegation team. Um, a few minutes. I'll do come back to that. Um, hey, hey, Srinivastan, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're subscribed. I think this is your first time because I've not seen you previously on our streams. Welcome to the stream. Do enjoy if you are here till the very end, and definitely be part of the conversations by putting in your thoughts in the comments section. Where were we? Our sporting directors at Arsenal. We spoke about Roberto Olabe, the Thiago Scuro, and and Andre Berta. See, these two, I'm not that well aware of them. It's just that they've been part of clubs that have done really well. Um, I think Andre Berta at Atletico Madrid probably one of the best you could honestly say, except him overpaying for Jean Felix, which was now looks stupid, but I think back then it was a great thing. But the fact that they work on a limited budget and they do not recruit superstars all the time, I think he's done a great, better job at Atletico. I do not honestly have a depth to talk about sporting directions in general, but I think from a general concise, I think I don't mind actually. Uh, any of these people. My only reservations are between Jason Ito and this one Dan Ashwood because Jason Ito at Arsenal in the winter window has not done well. We all know that we are Arsenal as a team are suffering because of that. And Dan Ashwood, what exactly went backroom stuff, we'll never know unless he comes out and talks about it or some leak again comes back from United regarding the situation of why he was sacked or why he left or whatever the reason is for the fact that he's no more at United. Right? Those are my thoughts regarding sporting director. Do let me know in the comments what do you think about that as well. Subscribe, bro. Thank you so much. Keep pushing the channel as we're trying to hit the 600 mark for now. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Gary, bro, as well. Um, yeah, that's it from the sporting director side of things. Let's take in one more comment before we go. Pratham Bhatt. Hello, Pratham. Anna, Anna and all that is not needed, bro. Just bro is fine. Bro is chill. Bro is like calm. Bro is respectful. It's cool. It's cool. It is cool. Anna and all that, it's too much for my face and everything. That's all cool, bro. So feel free to just call me, bro. I do not care too much about being called Anna and all that stuff. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Welcome to the stream, by the way. So I hope you liked and subscribed as well. Do participate in the conversation that we're trying to have. Uh, by putting out your thoughts in the comments as well. So yeah, we're done with this the sporting director situation. What will happen probably as per David Einstein, he said that probably by March we'll have an idea of what exactly is the situation. Um, Speaking of what could have happened, there were reports regarding the fact that how do we say? Just say the PhD sporting director could be the one that could end up at Arsenal. There was a lot of fake reports regarding that. If you are on Twitter, do wait on David Ornstein, or I'll give you two handles. One is Doc, basically handled by Karthik, and another one is Hand of Ozil. These two are very reliable sources. If you do have somebody else that is personal, do follow them, but let's just not fall for a fake IT case because that has happened in the winter as well, saying say for a fact that we would sign some striker. We have all fallen prey for that. Let's not get our hopes high unless it's from a very, very reliable source like David Einstein or the Doc or Hannah Moser. I'm not saying Doc is the one that puts out reliable information. At least he retweets the reliable resources available on Twitter. So just wait on that, okay? Yeah. Now let's talk about Arsenal. I guess that is what the commercial right now is. Now I hope Arsenal win against PSV. I want Madrid versus Arsenal. Please don't bomb. Uh, you know what? Screw the rest of the Premier League. We'll talk Arsenal. We'll talk Arsenal. Strictly Arsenal. Happy? I just tuned in. I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream, Pratham. Okay, let's just go back to the first Arsenal related comment that we have. This one, okay, we spoke about that. Okay, Gary. What is happening at Arsenal is very sad. I feel for Arteta. Bro, I do not know what to say. As an Arsenal fan who was there through COVID, I've been there. I've seen Arsenal go through the worst of worst. But then the fact that we're competing for titles and finishing second for 3 times in a row is is comical. But again, I wouldn't blame this completely on Arteta only. Why? Because last in my opinion, I think finishing second, we've done it only twice. What happened 3 seasons back was probably like, how the hell did we end up in this position? Right, when we got in Jesus and then it was Zinchenko, that probably uh, quickened our transformation from team that gets into top four to fighting for title probably like 2 seasons ahead. So when that happened, I was like, fine, okay. We didn't honestly bottle that league. It was more like, how the hell did we end up there? If we won the title that season, probably it would be one of the greatest achievements for Arteta, right? Not just for Arteta, it would be for Arsenal. Then the next season came, um, last season. Last season was the first time ever I think Arsenal had fought for the title as proper title contending team. We brought in a great talent or a great presence in the midfield in terms of decking guys. And Havertz, since that FA Cup match, no, not since, yeah, from that FA Cup match where where he missed like some 4 or 5 chances. Since then, he's been really good. But then again, what happened last season? We lacked the mentality, or we lacked the team, the depth to go and like win the title because we needed a striker again. An underlying situation was that we needed an attacker. We needed somebody, a game changer, to come from the bench or some game changer on the pitch apart from this Saka and Odegaard to do something. So we needed a striker. We lacked a killer instinct because that's what happened when we played against Bayern at Bayern's home as well. I'm sure if we had a striker, and not like a makeshift striker in Havertz, no fault to Havertz. He's doing something phenomenal, something unexpected of him as well, right? And then I'm sure if we had someone like Watkins as well. Just last season Watkins would probably taken us at least to the semifinals, if I'm not wrong. Again, the situation is that we didn't have enough strikers or enough firepower in us to go and win that match. We again had a good defense. We had a very good midfield. This season, this season, what happens? Major injuries to our backline. We lost Magalhaes for like 2, 3 weeks. We lost Saliba for like close to 1 or 2 months in the entire season. Then you had Ben White's surgery. Then you had Timber. We had to make sure that Timber was available throughout the season. And kudos to him, man. I do not know how after an ACL he's been this fit. It's incredible to watch. But then he had to be rested from time to time so that Thomas Partey comes into the midfield. Now, when Thomas Partey goes into the right back situation, we all know what all happened. It was absolutely bullshit. Right. And then um, in the midfield, you had Marino not being fit enough because he was injured in the preseason. And we know when Theo Walcott came out and said, when you have players missing the preseason, you are never likely to make it to the team's fitness unless you have a break in the winter season. And also after the winter preseason, I mean, if the winter season, you're not most likely to, be fit enough. And that's what happened. Then you had Call of Fury having injuries from time to time. Then you had the referees coming and like taking up majority of the spotlights by giving out red cards. I'm making an example out of Arsenal. So things have not been as per Arteta's situation or Arsenal's situation. And then you had the obvious mess up from from our own board. Them not getting a striker or an attacker in the summer window was an issue. Fine. Yeah, Arsenal has somehow kept with it and fighting for the title up until winter. Then you had the mess up in the winter. Us not signing at least a loan deal messed that up completely. Um, yeah. Do I feel bad for Arsenal? Yes. Do I know that this was the situation right after the winter window? Yeah. I was probably expecting the worst, but to still see that we are second position is kind of great. But you know what? We'll discuss this. But to help me with the discussion, I have my friend Raja. Hey Raja, are you still here with us? I'm sorry that I realized that you've been in this team for so long, but I just realized it. Hey, Raja.
Hey man, how are you doing?
As you can see, I'm doing all right. I'm doing very well.
Yeah,
Uh,
my Wi-Fi decided to be shit today, so I don't know.
yeah. Well, now let's take it to the next comment. Now I hope Arsenal win against Gary, bro. From all honesty, I think winning against United itself is very hard. I was so confident that Arsenal would not um, win yesterday that I removed Magalhaes from my FPL and brought in Trent. Like I was that sure. Which even from set pieces we won't score. Like it's not like I've given up on Arteta and Arsenal. It's just that my personal life has been shit, and I do not want Arsenal to like pile up on that. It is no fault of Arteta's, in my humblest opinion. I think it's more like the board has messed up. That is why I'm like, you know what, Arteta is doing whatever he can to make sure that we are still in top four. My worst my worst idea is that Arsenal would probably will fall to a place where we'll have to fight for top four. I hope we do not come to that situation, because if it comes to that situation, I think it is genuine mistake from the board that we did not get any recruitment in the winter, at least to fight for top four. Because having, I mean, from what Arteta said, we not have Saka, we not have Martinelli, at least before the international break. Will we have them after the international break? It's all a mystery. I do not know about yes. Raja, did you get a chance to watch Arsenal or something?
No, actually, I didn't watch yesterday's game. I was like, I knew we would not do well, and I had to stay up all night, so I thought
Mm.
like I'd better be just sleeping. But when it comes to like us beating PSV, I think we should be able to do that. Champions League is more open compared to Premier League, where like they don't give UCL gives a lot of
Mm.
space for players to work with, and I think we have enough
Mm.
firepower to get past through PSV. But like
Mm.
in the next rounds, I mean, obviously with the razor thin squad we have, I don't think we can do that well. But hey, we can have hope, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I was taking a few more
But
comments
also
before
like,
we.
have
Yeah,
you
what?
Yeah.
Have I?
Also, have you noticed like when Arsenal have a slump in form, and like even in our personal life, like there's always a slump. I don't know like how many can relate to that. I can always relate to it.
Oh man, I think I'll start to have a slump in my personal life, and that's when Arsenal will pile up on. I don't think it's the other way around for me. It's always like that. It's like things will
I mean,
like, you
like
know,
for me, both
blink for me,
coincide.
and yeah, in the end, both coincide for me. It's just that the first thing that messes up is my personal life, and then Arsenal will like go through shit, and then also pile up, and I'm like, okay, I can't even watch football to like watch as an entertainment. So it's like that for me. Mm. Let's look at some of our comments that we have. Dr. Vivek says these Gen Z kids must be
Thought the
must be
meaning of
taught the meaning
bottling.
of bottling. Actually, you know what? Last season we didn't bottle the league. It was Liverpool that bottled the league. I don't know if you remember,
Hmm.
because
Right.
Liverpool were leading the title race up until the last four match weeks. And up until the last four match weeks, they were leading. Then they fell off. Then we went on top. And then we did our own thing against Aston Villa, and then Karas. Then you know what happened. Uh, I didn't wait. I didn't understand what is happening with Tosa. Did he say something? I don't know. I don't think Tosa didn't say anything controversial. I just know that he came out. He was one of the only players to come out from Arsenal and speak to the press and take up questions. And let me just let me just say whatever he said. He said that we know with the players out, we have to find a solution. I don't think it's about effort. I think today we played quite well. Then it's about scoring goals, and hopefully we flip soon and get some cup. I just put Prassad's picture in the thumbnail. If that is your doubt, I just put Prassad's picture in the thumbnail because he was one of the few people to, no, not few. He's one of the only players to come out and talk to the press. I thought a certain club captain would come out and like talk, but I guess not. Again, we'll come to the situation regarding the club captain and all of that if we still have the time. I have all the time in the world. I have no interviews lined up. One interview that I had lined up, they don't pop up. I guess I just have all the time in the world right now. Not the point. We'll come to that. But I'm sure that Trossard didn't say anything controversial. He just spoke facts about it. Dr. Ved, whatever is happening at Arsenal isn't sad at all. We're competing for the top each season under Arteta, even without half our team for half of a season. And as an old gunner, I would take it. Facts. Fact. Um, as for this, I actually put up, and I actually asked a bunch of friends of mine, a bunch of friends of mine. Is that a word? A group of friends. But whatever my
Mm.
English is. I think, Raja, I think I'll just ask you directly. Do you think COVID Arsenal is better than the present Arsenal without Saka, without Martinelli, without Havertz?
See, we've come a long way from like when we had all these Socrates, Mustafi guys. I
Mm,
mean, that was
mm.
peak depression, man. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I feel the disappointment in every fan right now because of the perennial title runs and faltering at the end.
Mm,
But
mm,
I feel like I mean, like I'd take to be in this situation rather than being fifth or sixth or like in a position where United are. I mean, that would
mm,
have been our standard the way it was going in the past few years. I mean, Arteta came and
mm,
changed everything for us. I'm
mm,
always grateful to Arteta for that. So
mm,
it's disappointing the way we've been losing all the title races in the past 2 3 years. But I think the
mm.
title will come. But it's just Arsenal, man. Like we're just unlucky. I don't know. Like we're inherently unlucky these days. I think someone commented on Twitter like we sold our all our good luck for the invincible title. Probably that's the
Uh-huh.
curse.
I did read about that. I mean, like, that's what they say, right? Arsenal sold their soul to become invincibles. United have sold their soul so that United win titles in the most controversial ways and all of that. So it makes sense and all that as long as. I mean, I just know that he's a good manager, but a lot of things need to change from his side as well, which we'll talk about. I think people in the comment section have also put that out. We'll just take in more comments, okay? One more question, bro. What happened to my boy, Martin Odegaard? Ah,
I mean,
hmm,
it's hard to put into words. I don't know, but like you can also say like his role kind of changed over the
hmm,
past 12 months.
hmm,
I guess he's
hmm,
dropping deeper into the midfield. That's
hmm,
making him less potent in the attack, but I
hmm,
don't know. There's no explanation for the way he's playing right now. I mean,
hmm,
you just know he's gonna drop a stinker these days. I cannot defend because like he's the captain of this team and he has to show up. I don't know.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Yeah, that's my
One
view on it.
nice, one way I can tell. I mean, I don't know how to like say it in like words, but if you are a football addict and know about tactics, if a football field is like divided into like 24 boxes, like the defensive side of if the defensive side of things, if you have in the defense, if you have like eight blocks, like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, like that. Defense eight blocks, midfield eight blocks, and attack eight blocks. I think in the defense, and he's not in the attacking side of midfield. He's not on the top. He's not on the top end of the midfield. I feel he's on the defensive side of the midfield blocks. And him dropping deep has not helped out Arsenal in any way. The season where he got those great numbers, where he hit, I think, 15 goals and like 10 assists or something like that. Was that the number? Something close to that, right? That season, if you look at it, he was at the more attacking side of things. He's more near the box. That's what they say, right? The O's zone. That's where he got most of his goals with the left foot, with his right foot. He did score with both his foot as well, and somehow he got his first goal even with his header. That's what majority of his goals were even created. Do I think he's a system player? Not really. But do I think the system has been evolved in such a way that it is not effective anymore from the deep side of things? Probably. Does that need to change? Definitely. How will that be changed? It could probably come down to bringing in someone like Zubimendi or Wharton from Crystal Palace or Stillip. Stillip, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Benjamin
Stiller.
Stiller.
Yeah, Benjamin Stiller, or some
See,
say even
Angelo Stiller. So
yeah, Angelo Stiller.
it's Angelo Stiller.
And mm-hmm. So I think if you have players like this who can be that creative midfielder from deep, then you can have Odegaard do all the attacking parts of it. That is like the create at the same time press. Odegaard is known for two things: somehow create something Ozil-esque or press till the very end. And right now he's not able to like create anything proper for Arsenal, nor is he able to like press properly. Also come down to the fact, in my opinion, that the team is not there to help him out as well. I think in the main people who are that attacking cog of the team, only he's left, right? Saka is gone, Havertz is gone, Martinelli is gone. Is Trossard good enough? Yeah, in his own way, he's good enough. Is Veneri good enough? He's 17 years old. So we got to be chill regarding our expectations regarding it. So I wouldn't say completely that it is his fault, but I would say the fact that a lot of things have not worked out, and I still have hope on him. It's just that it's kind of sad to see, one of those players who've done really, really well for Arsenal, and right now he's not doing well because of the situation around him. And then people slump and like dumping on him, saying that he's not the club captain material anymore. He's not this, he's not that. When all things were going well, what happened to the people? They were like, "Oh, he's the class that we need. He's the kind of spokesman that we need. He's the creative captain that we need, and all that stuff. A captain speaks on the field, not off the field, and shit like that. You guys were saying, what happened to all of that? Eh? All the people who are like dumping on Odegaard right now, you were one of the same people who were there previously who said, this is what we need from a captain, this is what we need uh, as an Arsenal captain, all of that. What happened to all that noise? I really do not think it is fair to like, just dump all your frustration on one player just because he's the captain. Look at the situation, put it into context. Does he have the players around him to create or do something? I don't think so. Are you saying that let's look at another creative midfielder who's done like who's been a goat, KDB. You think KDB would have put up all those numbers if he didn't have Sterling, if he didn't have Aguero, if he didn't have Haaland? I don't think so. Odegaard right now is literally trying to do something um, with nothing. I mean, honestly, with nothing. And I'm not saying that he's been playing well personally. I don't think he's been playing personally good as well. So something has to change. Either the tactics from Arteta need to change where he needs to be playing higher up front, or the fact that the team around him needs to help him so that he doesn't have to do all the defensive work like how he's doing right now is not helping the team at all. So that's what I think. Next comment from Ainsley.
No,
Team squad won't work anymore. Backup is needed and good backup. Yeah, bro. We definitely need this. We definitely need this. What can I say? Our left wing
I mean,
position is probably the saddest part. Yeah. Hmm.
forget about backups, man. Like we don't have complete profiles in our midfield or even in attack. I
Hmm.
mean, we have a
Hmm.
lot to do. This
Hmm.
current board has slacked away a bit too much, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like they were too
Hmm.
comfortable in the last summer,
Hmm.
and they're paying the price now. I mean, like not in the terms of money. I mean, they're going to get record revenues again next year, but even
Hmm. Hmm.
then, it's just pathetic from them.
Hmm.
I can't hold my anger back when I see all this stuff. I mean, it's literally on the
Hmm.
board. Like even Arteta can't help it, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also, you were talking about Odegaard, right? Like his
Yeah.
season where he scored 15 or 20 goals, something like that. It got
Hmm.
me thinking about like how crucial Granit Xhaka was. Like the way he used to use that left half space, and he used to cut the balls in, right? Like
Hmm.
perfectly for Odegaard to arrive, and like he used to score. I mean,
Hmm.
we don't have that threat at all now. Like I
Hmm.
Declan is good, but like he can't do what Xhaka does with his like. Obviously, he's right-footed and he's
Hmm.
left-footed. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
difference.
True.
Um, when I think about it, like we haven't. I thought like Merino could do that, but like after watching him,
Hmm.
it doesn't seem
Hmm.
like he can. He has that in his locker.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
We have to do something in that in there as well. Like we need to. We have so many holes in this squad, man. Like
Hmm.
it gets me depressed like when I think about all that. I mean, how close
True.
we are to winning winning
Hmm.
titles, but then again, like how much we have to do still.
Hmm.
It's kind of painful.
I think we have a nice comment from Sri Watson saying that don't you guys think Arteta should also evolve? Agreed. I think a lot of uh, he has evolved a little bit more than what you've expected from last season because him making those early substitutions is a big change this season. And the way he is taking care of Veneri and Miles Lewis Kelly's integration into the main team is commendable at the same time. But the fact that he's sort of predictable when it comes to low block teams needs to change. Does he have a place for it? Um, the tacticians on Twitter have to tell me, or people in the comment section can tell me as well. He's been stubborn repeatedly, and we can see the results against blocks. Agreed. And also, why hasn't he replaced Xhaka? I think the Xhaka replacement was supposed to be Havertz, but we don't have a striker and to complement Havertz. I don't. I know this is like a very very small sample piece, but hear me out. When we played in the preseason, right, against Liverpool, where we had Jesus up top and then you had Havertz in the midfield, I thought it was brilliant. But then again, it's preseason. You can't really judge the team and all that about how he would do. But then if you look at the bigger, if you look at like some of the teams that we played, I think against Crystal Palace when you had Jesus and Havertz play, I thought that was brilliant. I thought Havertz was really good in the midfield as well. I thought there was a lot of fluidity in the team. What do you think, guys think? Raja, do you agree with this, or do you think I'm just waffling at this point?
No, no, no. I mean, like coming to the first part of the question where he said like
Mm,
Arteta should also evolve. I completely agree with that. He has to evolve, but
mm,
then again, like when you look at the players we have, I don't
mm,
think like what else can they offer? I mean, Martinelli is like just one way player. Like he can only play one way,
mm,
like where he can go out or in, and he doesn't
mm,
have much threat
mm,
provided these days. And then
mm,
we have only it's our attack is basically Saka and Inshallah basically. Like there's no
mm,
one. I think the blame should be more on the board rather than Arteta with the things are.
mm,
And then like coming to replacing Xhaka, I mean,
mm,
I don't know, man. Like I think the idea was to bring in Havertz and play a different style of football,
mm,
like compared to the previous season where like will be more direct comparatively than before, like where we used to play through teams and Havertz
mm,
gives us that a threat where, like he can go in runs, make runs in behind or like knock the balls down, long
mm,
balls down from like Raya. Like we have seen that quite a bit this season as well. Uh,
mm.
I think that failure to sign a proper striker has hamstrung us really badly. I think that's the main reason where we lag behind.
And the
And
fact
also
that you say
left
hamstring,
winger.
yeah, left wing.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
hamstring.
fine, bro. We'll sign another left back. We'll convert that person into a left winger. Don't worry. Uh, we are Parth. Hey, Parth, how are you? You just got done with gym session and not thinking about Arsenal refreshing. Really? You just not thinking about Arsenal? Be honest, bro. I don't think. I definitely think that you used your Arsenal frustration to do well in the gym as well. But anyway, hey, what's up? Another comment. Also, what's about this pace interpreter stuff? Shouldn't Arteta take responsibility for that failure? How is the board responsible for all the issues? I don't think it's the complete fault of the board. I don't think it's the complete fault of Arteta. We, or at least I am saying that it is both, right? When we had the players, some of the times he looked
So
very stubborn and go ahead, Raja, go ahead. I think it's
he's
best for
talking
you
about
to explain this.
he's talking about Havertz, like right, like space interpreter stuff. Like
Mm, mm,
he plays that role where like he assumes the space and he runs into the space kind of thing.
mm.
How's board responsible for all issues? Bro, like literally our wing options on the left wing are Trossard and Martinelli. I mean, like, what do you, more you expect? Like, it's just one way we play, and coming into like midfield, and also
Hey,
like Jesus has been
Raja, Raja,
injured all
Raja.
season, so Havertz has.
Ra- Raja, this is not fair. At this point, you would take Martinelli as well. Don't slate my boy Martinelli like I'm not. I'm sure you would take Martinelli at this point. But I'm kidding. Go on, go on.
Yeah, I mean, we need him back. Yeah,
Mm. And
we
he was
need that
talking
pace
regarding
in
the
attack.
striker
We have
situation.
no one. Yeah, yeah, he's mentioning about like Havertz situation, like he has been a
Mm,
failure. I don't think he's been a failure. He did relatively well. I don't know like why people
mm,
pile upon him. Okay, he has his
mm,
bad days, but like
mm,
he wasn't brought in to play striker as well. Like, how can you blame
mm.
him? He's not. He's never been
Exactly.
a clinical finisher in his career.
Mm,
I mean, we knew that like when we were signing him. I think it
mm,
was more of a midfield signing than a striker. But like Jesus being Jesus, he's always been injured, and
mm,
Havertz had to be played as makeshift number 9. So like I don't know
mm,
where what space he can interpret playing every week there. So
mm.
it's just failure of the board. I don't know. Like yeah, you can say Arteta is naive sometimes, but I mean like with the cards he's dealt with. I mean, I don't know what else he can do. You can look at
Yes.
other teams like Liverpool. They have like 6, 7 attackers in their attack. I mean, they're stacked in every all their wings except for Salah.
Mm,
Like they don't have a proper backup, but like in the other
mm,
positions, they're pretty much stacked. If we
mm.
have that sort of resources, I think we do that. We can manage it, but it's all about luck at the
Um,
end of the day. We just had none of it this season.
I don't think regarding resources is a debate with regarding Liverpool, right? But we'll go the rest of the comments. We can definitely talk about it. But I could go on and on about Arsenal, but I chose peace. Arsenal's transfer has been 50-50 so far, and we wasted some minutes. Agree. Wenger got a top four with depleted squad for many seasons. Shouldn't Arteta evolve if he's one of the best in the world today? Um, I do agree and disagree at the same time. I agree for the fact that we did waste a lot of millions. Completely agreed on that. Like, um, could we have done something better regarding our defense? Could you sign someone more reliable than Kivior? Probably. But in hindsight, Kivior is a good backup. Let's not get that wrong. Right? Regarding our goalkeeping situation, why did we try to put 57 million or 30, close to 30 million for Ramsdale and then replace it with David Raya for another 30 million? What happened there? I do not know. I think goalkeeping, where you've invested in goalkeeper, see, investing on Raya is good, but why did we invest on Ramsdale for that much amount of money and then go replace him with Raya for similar or much more higher, for much more, for something much more costly? That situation I didn't understand. Probably it was a market situation where we had to sign Ramsdale or we had to sign such a goalkeeper who is good with his feet for that price, and also the fact that Ramsdale is English, so that's why that English tax could have been a key factor. And then David Raya's buy was, I think, completely market opportunity. I think, if I'm not wrong, Arteta tried to sign Raya even during COVID, if I'm not wrong, right? I think reports have come out
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
yeah.
we did try to sign
He was
Raya.
the he was the first choice, and like they chose to sign Ramsdale.
Exactly, exactly. I think we were still fighting for top four, so that's why many players didn't want to come to Arsenal. I do not know. Um, and again, um, back in Wenger's days, in my opinion, the competition was not so much with the teams outside top six.
Yeah,
Now, if you look at things, people, I think the 17 teams that are there above relegation are all very competitive. Like, how do you have Crystal Palace beat the shit out of Aston Villa 4-1? I do not know. How do you have Nottingham Forest, who just got promoted 2 seasons back, invest close to 200 million and beat the shit out of Brighton? No, sorry, Brighton. Wait, Brighton beat the shit out of Forest. Which one? It was 7-0. Was
yeah.
it?
It was Brighton. It was Forest who beat
Yeah.
Brighton.
A Forest beat the shit out of Brighton 7-0. How did that happen? It's not quite common, right? So I'm not saying that Arteta is not doing well. I'm just saying that the competition has gotten a lot more competitive. So staying in top four requires a lot more investment and a lot more luck as well than just the fact just assuming that, oh, Wenger did it back in the day. We should assume the same thing with Arteta. We could talk the same thing regarding Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson did wonders with that dead squad before he retired. But look at the same thing. We really can't do jack shit with the dead squad that they have right now. So I think it's more about like investing. It's more about the fact that the league has gotten more competitive. So I don't think it's right to compare those two eras because back in the day it was just what 3, 4 teams fighting for top six. Now it is like close to 8 to 9 teams fighting for like top six. Just look for example,
See,
Aston Villa last season finished top four. Now they're in ninth position. You had Brighton finish top six last season. Now look at them. There are teams that have invested heavily there. It has got a lot more competitive. I'm not saying that Arteta is like completely correct. I'm just saying it has got a lot more competitive, and things need to be judged as per as it is right now, and not just compared to the past. Yeah, Rajan, you were saying.
I, I just don't agree with Arteta's transfer have been 50-50 so far. I mean, like, look at the squad. All of these players have been signed under Arteta, and like we went from eighth, finishing eighth consecutively, or like being in Europa League positions all the time to being perennial title contenders. You
Mhm,
can't be that if you are 50-50 in transfers. Okay, there have been some flops here and there, but like when you look overall, I mean, like we definitely had a success rate of 70 to 80% on these transfers. And
mhm,
that's why we are considered elite these days. If that
mhm,
wasn't for that, I don't think
mhm,
we'll be talking about these things.
mhm,
And then like Wenger got us top four with depleted squad. I completely agree. I mean, there's a reason why the guy has a statue outside Emirates. I
mhm,
mean,
mhm. Yes,
he's
yes,
Arsene Wenger. But like even in his time, as Suchit pointed out,
yes,
the league wasn't that as competitive compared to today.
mhm,
That enabled us to, even on meager budget and signing
mhm,
mediocre players, we managed to get top four. I
mhm,
don't think if we had similar type of playing style and players, I don't think we'll make even top six these days. Pretty much. And for Arteta, I mean, like he's been evolving, man. I don't know, like what people are watching. I agree, like we haven't won titles to show for it, but like he has changed his game a lot. Like I don't know if you remember, like when we were in COVID, we used to play what like
mhm,
back three with like the Mourinho type football, where like we play
mhm,
back three and just kick it
mhm,
long and look for it. And then he evolved it into like 2022-23 season, where we played like liquid
mhm,
football, like play through
mhm,
teams.
mhm,
But then again, like cannot be the same every year, right? Like if you are the same, you can't be in top three every
mhm,
year. You have to
mhm.
change some things every few seasons apart.
Yes, mhm,
Uh, yeah, he has his flaws, but I think it's part of the game where he'll learn. But like
yeah,
he needs to be
true.
backed by the owners.
Yes,
For now, I don't see it. uh, we'll see what happens in the summer.
it is
They're talking big.
true.
Yeah.
It's always the summer PR, right? But we know it's probably like till the last month of transfer where something will go down, something will happen. Anyways, the next comment from Pratham. Supporting Arsenal since 2013, so I won't budge for all the social media noise. Yes, it's disappointing, but we all know how Arteta took us out of touches. Agree. Parth, the role, the fatigue, the inconsistency in the squad and not having Saka has affected him. So, again, Watson. Arteta's man-to-man coaching is not up to the mark. He's been good, but he can do much better with the likes of Martinelli. Um, I think Jorginho puts out properly. I don't think any manager has would ask a player to hug the sideline. It's more about the player's mentality. What went wrong with Martinelli after Xhaka left is something I think only Martinelli could help him. I think only something Martinelli could answer because and also for the fact that Martinelli, when he is being played more centrally, has he been good clinically? No, he's not been finishing. As a Martinelli stand myself, I can be honest and say that he's not been good or he's not been up to the mark. I'm not asking to be the same person who he was like 2 seasons back. I'm just asking him to be uh, at least 50%. Yes, you can agree for the fact that he's been doing all the dog work for the team. He's an absolute unit when it comes to teamwork. But in front of goal is what we need him to do well. I've been doing well there. I think it comes down to Martinelli himself. I don't think it's completely on Arteta's side of things. Arteta could do maximum. That is to bring him to the final third, and after that, it's up to him to do the right things. I don't think it's completely his fault, but um, you know what? I'll just take some time. Raja, do you have an opinion regarding this?
Arteta's man-to-man coaching is one of the best in the game when it comes to
Hmm,
wingers. I
hmm,
completely disagree with this Martinelli thing. Martinelli
hmm,
has always been one-dimensional.
hmm,
The guy, like when you watch players like Rodrigo or Vini, like the way they run with the ball, like when you watch Martinelli, it's just like it's a what we say, it's a technical flaw. I mean, like this guy can't do what other proper wingers can do. He's just one-dimensional. It's just that,
hmm,
like with Granit having Granit Xhaka, we had an outlet who can cross the ball much better than what we have right now. And
mm,
because we don't have that option, and Martinelli is the sole option where we have to cross, his flaws have been
mm,
exposed more and more.
mm,
uh,
mm,
I think, yeah, I don't understand with this, like where he's talking about his man-to-man coaching is bad. Like, what about Saka, bro? Like,
mm,
he got better under him itself. Like, he was left back at first, and then he was converted into right winger on under
mm,
Arteta. So like,
mm.
he's considered top three in the world. So like,
Yep.
I don't know where he's going with that.
And Jaka is one of the biggest examples. Playing from the defensive side of things to making offensively, and him doing so well for Switzerland as well and knocking France out of Euros will always be iconic for me. But yeah, I guess people have different
He's
opinions.
been
It's just
really
that
good at Leverkusen as well. Yeah.
mm, exactly. Dr. Vivek, Parth is going to gym. We have an act. Yes, Parth, you got this, man. The next exciting, an exciting in the summer for just 1 lakh rupees. We got you. Tactical Sucheet, I did. Let's go. Thank you, sir. It's all because your training and your threads that has opened up my eyes, I guess. He has been reduced to the first phase midfielder when his best performance for Arsenal came from higher up the pitch. I'm assuming this is regarding
Odegaard, he's talking
Odegaard.
about Odegaard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dr. Ray, he needs to be. And true. Difference could be seen when Odegaard started. Yes, Jorginho started yesterday. Odegaard was involved a lot less in the first phase of things. I guess so. I don't know. Uh, did anyone watch the game? Because guilty. I didn't watch the
No,
game
I haven't
yesterday.
watched. Even I haven't watched, so
Uh,
I cannot add
mm.
to that.
Trossard is a depth at best. Veneri is a prospect, and Sterling is to have this attack to compete, to have this attack to complement our midfield and defense is shambolic. Agreed, bro.
Yeah, this
2022.
Sterling guy, man. Yeah, I mean, Sterling is so funny, bro, man. People were celebrating when we signed him. Like, we robbed Chelsea. We had
Mm,
to, like, they have to pay for him to play
mm,
for us. All these type of things. I mean, that
mm,
reminded me of the quote, like, where people say, nothing in the world is more expensive than free. Like, he literally has been more expensive than for us, costing all these games. It's so
true,
annoying.
true. Mm-hmm. Before we go about for the rest of the stream, I hope you guys are subscribed. I hope you keep liking. I hope you guys keep sharing. Because honestly, we have the highest concurrent viewers for the stream so far, or in history channel is 19 subscribers. Incredible, incredible. Thank you so much for all the people who are watching and contributing to the stream. No, wait, let's leave out this thing. 22-23 Arsenal cannot be compared to 23 or 24-25 Arsenal. The system has changed completely. Agreed, completely
Yeah,
agree. I think
basically
we are
that's
much
what
more.
we were pointing out.
Mm-hmm. It's that I'm at fault here. I should have read more of this comment beforehand itself. Uh, Merino has not settled in one position this season. He's a good LCM. Preseason will serve him well. That is the hope. That is the hope. I'm still not losing out on the fact that Merino could still come good. I still believe it. Probably for the fact that I'm very hopeful regarding many things when it comes to Arsenal and my personal life. So maybe that is why I don't know. Uh, we lack dynamism, ball carries, and tempo. The midfield profile at Arsenal cannot do what we want them to do, which is on our setup. Hmm.
True, we don't have players who can carry the ball reliably over long
Hmm.
distances. I mean, Declan Rice can do, but like he's better served playing in a number six role rather than a number eight role,
Hmm.
where
Hmm.
he's kind of struggling after getting into the final third. We
Hmm.
lack that dynamism. It's too predictable, and yeah, against low blocks, it doesn't work.
Hmm. Hmm. Dr. Vivek, oh, finally, Dr. Vivek is angry about something. I'm angry with one thing, that is Edu. Yeah, that is Edu brought Sterling, and did you see what Sterling did when he was just at the edge of the box? That Sterling signing is at worst. Oh, bro, Dennis Suarez brings me memories, man. Dennis Suarez brings me memories. Oh God, I remember Unai Emery's.
There's a, there's another
One of
one,
the.
Kim Kallstrom. I don't know who remembers him.
I have no recollection, bro. I have
He was
zero
signed.
recollection.
At least he didn't play much. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was under
That is
Wenger.
very true. Sterling signing is probably one of the worst. Marquinhos is
Yeah,
another one, but
easily.
here it is what it is. Bro, the problem is Arteta has become conservative. In the 22-23 season, we were bashing low blocks left, right, Jacques and Odegaard, Jesus. Excellent false and play made it possible.
So what happened to Jesus after that? Like, he been playing, or has he been injured? I mean,
What happened is
people
what
miss
happened is
context,
Jaka.
man.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
all
where
about
is
context.
Jaka? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we haven't replaced him. Like, that's what I'm saying, right? We missed signing a number
Mm-hmm.
nine, and also properly replacing Jaka. Like, we slacked a bit too much in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Our attackers can become the difference makers if Arteta allows them freedom. Uh,
I don't
okay,
know. With the
freedom.
profiles that are playing right now, I don't know. Like, what do you
Mm,
expect? Who is there who can beat man, like 1-to-1? Who is there to beat anyone? I mean, Martinelli can't. He just kicks the ball and runs in the straight direction. And then
he
there's
hasn't better than
Trossard who
Sterling.
can't beat. Yeah, yes, just selling man. Forget him. Like, I don't want to talk about him. Uh, and like there's Trossard. I mean,
Mm,
who he can beat? Like, he's good with crossing and all, but like I don't know what
mm,
difference he can make.
mm, mm,
Other than, like, okay, I can understand, like, you're saying we can play more fluidly, forgetting about the
mm,
structure and all, but then again, like, we'll concede so many goals, and we
mm,
don't have
mm,
any
mm,
reliable scorers, so I don't know if we are better suited to play that type of football.
mm.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Fair enough. Say Watson, teams did not sit back in 2023, 22-23 to consider it as a benchmark is flawed. Um,
Yeah, I mean, we were
yeah,
just rising
same.
up, so like people you
Mhm,
didn't consider, like, that's kind of like where Path talks about Chelsea, right?
mm,
Like,
mm,
they are afforded way too much space to play through. We were
mm,
in that
mm,
sort of a scenario back in the day, and like we really capitalized on that.
mm, mm. Arteta is conservative man as a majority of the reason for this season's failure. Rest can be on injuries and transfers. Um, I agree he's very conservative regarding um, bringing in young talent like Veneri and MLS into the squad. But I don't think he's like, wait, what do you mean conservative? Like,
Like,
in
in
what
his
terms?
tactics and all, like, I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm,
he kind of is, but like, like,
mm,
you see, we have like so many wins, and we win most of our games because like we have a
mm,
proper plan and we do execute it well. It's the
mm,
problem is where like we don't have reliable scorers, goal scorers, where we just
mm,
lack.
mm,
uh,
mm,
and the quality of players is just not good. Like, other than Saka,
mm,
I cannot even point out to anyone who can create something out of nothing, or like just take the responsibility and score.
mm.
uh,
Agreed. Agreed, agreed. Expecting
when we
Veneri to
have
do
like
that right now is like
mm,
unfair.
mm, yeah, exactly.
Mm, mm. Even transfers, majority of the blame should be on Arteta because of the lots of missed profiles. Um, First of all, I'm liking the debate. I'm honestly liking the debate because I think a lot of things need to be said and it's good. Do I think things are being misprofiled right now by Arsenal? Merino probably is the makeshift guy because of the
I
fact that we
think
don't have any. Yeah, go ahead, Raja.
I
Give your opinion.
agree. I agree. Like, people are angry, but I think the only failure in under Arteta, in my opinion, when it comes to transfers, was the last summer, where we just didn't sign players we need in the
Mm,
moment. They were
mm,
just
mm,
like, okay, Calafiori, he's a left back uh, depth signing, and we needed that. But
mm,
then again, like, the main areas weren't addressed. I mean, like, Merino is a depth signing. He was never going to be a starter, and then like
mm,
we
mm,
just neglected our wings and other places, and also number six, like, we needed a defensive midfielder
mm,
to uplift the burden on Martin Odegaard, but like we just didn't
mm.
do that as well.
So, so, by the way, I'm sorry guys for taking these comments very slowly. I should be doing better. I'm still learning on the go, like Arteta, whatever. Sorry, uh, but somehow the conservative style still has us on second position.
Exactly.
Pratham, the fact that he's conservative is only putting us in second position. Think about that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just like putting. I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Vivek says I agree. Parth, attackers need freedom to perform and unlock their potential. Ateta has to let go of his stick to the system at all cost mentality, and damn things will start happening. I think this will start happening the moment we have a team that knows each other. Right now, we have a team that doesn't know each other. Why? Because there is boatload of injuries. Nobody is like fit enough to understand each other's chemistry. Nobody is available enough to understand each other's movement. One thing that really helped us in the 22-23 season is because majority of our team had a preseason together to understand each other's roles, each other's position, each other's movements, and all that. Because some of the times when you saw Jesus linking up with the midfield and then making runs, it was incredible. The way our team, our front three used to juggle. You never had Havertz in the front. You had Havertz midfield, left wing, right wing. You had Saka somehow end up in the left wing. You had somehow Martinelli on the right wing. So all that will come. I think the moment we have a team that is fit enough to play more than two games together. I don't think Arteta or Arsenal had the luxury to field players. I mean, field a solid playing level for more than two games, if I'm not wrong. If you guys have a start, do let me know. I'll put it up and we can discuss it from there on as well. But I think it's the fact that we don't have a team consistently playing together for more than two games in a row, if I'm not wrong. Every game, fatigue, cramps, injuries, niggles,
Red cards.
um, red cards, refereeing, it's something or the other. I know these are excuses. I hate it myself. I hate it. I hate the fact that I'm putting this out, but it is a truth. You can't deny the fact that Arsenal aren't able to put out a squad out there like how Liverpool can do, like Man City can do, like dude, even shit teams like Chelsea are able to put out teams like how they want. Can you imagine that? Like, it's genuinely frustrating, man. Like, I do want to believe you guys that Arteta needs to let them go and unlock and all that stuff. But you got to put a little bit context. Is the team available for more than two games in a row to understand each other's flow, to do the things that they used to do back in 22-23 season? I do not think they're available for more than two games. That is my opinion. Regarding. You can definitely debate and we can have a conversation. That do let me know. Conservative football is a must, but it needs to be complemented with different makers, normal players, which we lack. We're not Real Madrid. Maybe we could poach one or two players from Real Madrid like Rodrigo in the summer. I do not know. Sorry, when I was talking about space interpreters, I didn't mean Havertz. I meant the LCM formation. Cool. Why did we ditch the idea of ball playing CM in the left? That's what I meant.
Ah,
Hmm.
okay, okay, makes
Fair
sense.
enough.
But
Fair enough.
we completely missed out on that profile. I completely
Hmm.
agree. That's why telling you, right, like it's on the board
Hmm.
more than Arteta to
Hmm.
why we are in this situation currently. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, like I don't know why Arteta is getting more blame compared to our board, because they
Hmm.
have been a failure, utter failure, in my opinion, in the past
Hmm.
year.
Hmm.
We
Agreed.
all we hear is more PR than actual work they are doing.
Things working. Huh. Hey, also,
It's,
Raja, to add to this, right? I think why people need to understand that it is the board issue as well because look at the players that we've been linked with, strikers, Vlahovic. No, I mean, not the
yeah,
Vlahovic at
yeah,
Juventus, Vlahovic at Fiorentina, Sefco. Even before all of this, we had Tammy Abraham, basically a striker. I'm not saying the Tammy
Isaac as
Abraham
well.
who is sack. So we've been linked with strikers. Did we sign a striker? No. If you look in midfield, who were we linked with? We were linked with Kimmich. We were linked with Zubimendi. We were linked with Naipan. I know he's a young talent right now, but if you look a little bit more back, uh, who are the other midfielders that we were linked with, if I'm not wrong? Yeah, Douglas Lewis? Lewis
Yeah,
Diaz.
Douglas Luiz. Yes, yes, he was close to
Yeah,
join.
exactly. Douglas Lewis, Onana. Right. It's not,
Yeah, yeah.
see, I get the blame that Arteta is facing because of the players or the things that are happening right now on pitch. But if you just let's step a little bit back and see where was it completely wrong. I think the board not sanctioning some of the deals that could have propelled this team to win a title could be blamed majority on the board because the player that we've been linked with is a nice benchmark to see where and what we're trying to target for the team so that we can like go ahead and win the title. So I don't agree to the fact that Arteta is completely at fault. I think majority of the blame should go to the board. Presently, Arteta is. in that firing range because things are not going well. We're not winning games, and we've practically lost the title as well. Some say bottled the league as well. So I guess that makes sense, Raja.
How can we bottle the league when we are second, man? For most part.
Like I said, bottle the league. Uh, exactly. Like when we have Saka, our only tactic is to go Saka, bombard him with deliveries, and somehow it became though it's predictable. I think Saka is that
It
good.
works.
Like yeah, it's like with Salah. You know that Salah is going to like go there and like, cut in and put in a ball or something, and yet you can't stop him. I think Saka has reached that level. Even City are pragmatic even in their best. With what led them to rise, what led them to rising is KDB and Haaland. These are outliners. We only have Saka. Hmm. They even had Mahrez. Yeah, one of the most underrated profiles at City.
Hmm.
He's such a talent, no, he's such a good talent. But yeah, Dr. Vivek, sorry, Dr. Vivek, you left 20 minutes back. I'm sorry regarding all of this. I hope you have a great day. Got to go from March, the real title wave starts. Buckle up and enjoy the ride, my brothers. By the way, this sports, Arsenal is doing well. Don't be fooled by rivals. See this hit Arsenal. Come on, Eternals. Come on, Eternals. Um, title race after March. I don't know. Parth, bro, team didn't sit back because we were moving the ball fast. Now we have become slow with passes, so teams have enough time to get in shape. Hmm. Okay, that is
You
an
can say.
interesting point. You know what? That is actually an interesting point. I kind of agree with this. This is a nice point. I think they've come with, I
This is
think, two
why,
seasons. Hmm.
yeah, this
Go
is
on,
why
go on.
your previous point, like he was talking about, like we us not having a ball playing like left center
Hmm.
midfielder. I mean,
Hmm.
we just don't have players who release the ball quickly. Even Martin
Hmm.
Odegaard, he holds onto the ball a bit too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I think, yeah. I mean, like we need to sign someone there as well, like in uh,
Hmm.
a good backup to. I don't know, man. Like it's quite confusing when you
Hmm.
see
Hmm.
all
Hmm.
these things.
Hmm. I'm not trying to make this Arteta bashing. No, it's fine. We're all having a discussion. That's all cool. That's the whole point of
Yeah,
the stream, to have an open conversation regarding any and every topic possible. As long as it is not going to get cameras can cancelled, that is all I care about. I'm not trying to make this an Arteta bashing session. I also support him, but our fan base always fails to recognize his shortcomings. Trust me, our fan base knows everything regarding his shortcomings. It's just that right now it's at his limelight because of the fact that the team is not doing well, and most likely we're not going to win the title. So that is all. Don't worry. The team is there are fans who are always ready to come out and bash him whenever needed. So don't worry on that. By the way, one addition to why we were good against low block back in 22-23 season is because they didn't respect it. Agree. We discussed regarding this. Yes, of course, Mr. Ayush Lala. After winning the title, congratulations. He's come out finally out of his shell and he said, apart, your attackers can't win the league even if they have the freedom. In my opinion, Saka, Pay, or Reliance, hey, that's a fact. My Hindi has improved,
spot
man. My
on.
Hindi has improved. But yeah, this is absolutely a fact. We have just before it used to be a very right hand side dominated thing. Why? Because Saka has been that good. Arsenal doesn't have a reliable goal scorer. Agreed. आर्टेटा को criticize करो भाई don't protect him. We dude we so the first 45 minutes of the stream 45 to 50 minutes was like talking about how he has not been that good in adapting to a situation and then taking a lot of time to adapt and like now he's showing a little bit signs. Don't worry. We're having an open conversation regarding everything and everything possible regarding Arsenal. The thing is, it has become repetitive in 22, 23. We were begging for a striker like, yeah, Ivan Tony is another example. Yes, in 23, 24 season, it was only Watkins. And this season, we were begging for a forward and we were disappointed again. Completely agreed. We've been crying for a forward for the past 3 seasons. Fans knew we needed a striker. Everyone in the league knew we needed a striker. It came to a point where even, mainstream channels have even come out and said Arsenal needs a striker. For the mainstream, yesterday, Nuno came out and said why he didn't play with the back five. Why? Because they didn't need an extra man because Arsenal didn't have a striker. Yeah, Yeah, bro. For once, I like to actually defend Arteta. I think he's given full freedom to attackers. Once we get the ball to final third, it's up to the players. Arteta wouldn't be involved. Agreed. Exactly. I think the situation with Martinelli has also been the same thing. I think I wouldn't completely agree for the fact that the system has not been good to him. I would say that the system has developed in a way that he can play anywhere, right, left, even centrally, like how he wants. And still, he's not producing the goals that we want him to do. Yeah, he was hitting a certain form, and then yeah, he gets an injury where he's out for the entirety of Feb and could be back only after the international break. I do not know, but yeah, I agree with you. Arush says Arteta is created very evidently from our fan base. The iteration that he needs to make is obvious. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Also, we must not forget how Salah has carried Liverpool this season, and we have our best players on the sideline. That's how much of a different star players can do our title days. I couldn't agree with you more, bro. I genuinely can't agree with you more.
Sad
Uh,
seeing that.
it's great to see as a neutral fan, but it's genuinely sad from an Arsenal perspective about how shit our injury situation has been. Yeah. Raja, guess what? We've covered all the comments finally.
Uh,
Uh, we've hit 1.5 hours. We've had close to 20 concurrent viewers at a point. Now we have 14. I
it's
guess that's
still
what
great.
happens when you come in because I had, I think, 4 to 5 concurrent viewers. Then you came in and then we hit 7, 12, 15, 20 in the end. And now we are at 14. Ah,
Thanks to each everyone who have tuned in, man. Like, it's really nice
yeah.
to see that.
Mm-hmm. Um, I Great session, Broski. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, man.
Thank you for you as well.
Yeah, thank you as for you. Like, I don't think we would have this much discussion if it wasn't for you putting out the topics that we need to discuss. There's so much only that me and Raja could talk. If we had a very involved chat, I think that'll be great as well, right? So, thank you for all the comments as well. Thanks for listening. That's the whole stream about to get people involved to have open conversations regarding anything and everything. If this is the end, thank you so much for all the people who have subscribed. Thank you so much for all the people who have been involved in the chat. Thank you so much for people showing the love in the comments and on social media as well. Thank you so much for everything. It's been a hell of a week. It's been hell 24 hours for myself as well. So, yeah. Before I conclude, anything from the chat, anything from the this thing, uh, concurrent viewers, you have any final words that you would like us to know? Okay, we have one more comment. Thanks for an amazing session. Really enjoyed this discussion. It's all for you guys. It's all for you guys, anyways. Um, we'll wait for like 2 minutes. No, we'll actually wait for like 1 minute. Anyway, I need some air. We discussed so much. Uh, Ashraj, hello, wonderful people. The boiling question is: are the wheels falling?
He's trolling
Uh,
you, bro.
Broski, it's not falling off. It fell off. It got punctured. It is in the gutter. Okay, you are a Liverpool fan. Congratulations on winning the title. Happy? Happy? At least
uh,
for this, I
I'm
hope
not.
you're subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel.
I'm not looking forward to giving them a guard of honor.
Uh, God of honor, bro. Uh, when that happens, I think it'll be a proper meltdown on Twitter. We'll definitely stream for that as well. Oh yeah, speaking of streams, guys, on Sunday I will be doing a UCL roundup with a bunch of other fans from other clubs like Bayern, Man City, Madrid, obviously, and even this thing from Juventus if he's available. So if you guys are free on a Sunday around like 8 o'clock or 9 p.m. IST, do join it. We'll definitely look forward to that as well. W streaming Bosman loved it. Yeah, it's all
Missed
because
you,
of you
bro.
guys. Yeah, honestly, Arush, you better be doing college work. If not, you definitely missed your stream. Just getting good discussion. It's all cool, man. It's all cool. Anyways, the stream has come to its natural end. Any final words, Raja?
Really enjoyed today's stream. Like people were really active in the comments, and thank you everyone
Oh,
for putting out
oh
your
yeah,
thoughts.
definitely, definitely. Like Raja said, okay, we have one more. I spent half my time writing. Do you have any shame? Do you have any shame? Anyways, it's fine. Thank you so much for all the people who were part of the stream. Yeah, it's been a great day because of all the people. So whatever I say will not be enough. Thank you. Yeah, that's it for the stream. Till I see you guys again soon. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're in the world. Bye bye. Peace.